TTArtisan 50mm f.95 lens is a manual focus, manual aperture lens for Leica mount. I adapted it to E-mount and I use it on the A7 III and the A7S III. This lens's main selling point is that f.95 aperture, which means that it's going to be really good in low light and it has a really unique character to the bokeh. And that's why I wanted to try it out. So in this review, I'm just going to show you a bunch of footage that I shot with this lens under different conditions, and you can make up your mind if you like it or not. And we're going to get started with some low light shots. Next up, I did some f-stop tests at different apertures just to see how the character of the lens changes. Okay, now we're going to see some macro shots that were done by adding a helicoid adapter. A helicoid allows you to focus a lot closer than the lens would otherwise allow. Now here's some family footage I shot, just to get a feeling for the lens in a daytime environment. So overall, I really enjoyed shooting with this lens. It does have a lot of noticeable bloom and a loss of sharpness when you shoot at f/.95, but that's to be expected with a lens that has such a wide aperture. And of course, because of the shallow depth of field, it can be a major challenge to keep your subject in focus. But depending on the conditions that you're shooting in, the lens can look pretty sharp, even wide open at f/.95, as you can see here. And generally, by the time you stop down to around f1.4, you don't have any more of that weird highlight bloom and things start looking pretty normal. So realistically, I don't think anybody needs an f/.95 lens, but it's sure a nice option to have. So if you're a fan of low light shooting and dreamy bokeh, and you don't mind going all manual, then this is the lens for you. In this course, you're going to learn the run and gun filmmaking techniques that I've developed over years of practice, and you'll learn how to apply your photography skills toward making great videos. We're going to start with the basics. Here you'll learn how to set up your camera and do basic camera movements, both handheld and on a gimbal. Then I'll teach you how to direct an actor and do basic scene coverage so that you'll be able to shoot a complete scene that cuts together smoothly. Then we'll get into the really fun stuff like complex gimbal moves, shooting out on the street, field audio, and hyperlapses. You'll learn some specialty skills like filming a moving vehicle, action sports, and drone filmmaking. Then the shooting lessons will finish with improvised portraits and a party on the beach, where you'll learn some important skills for low light shooting. Then it's on to editing, where I'll show you the methods I've developed so I can effortlessly work with any amount of footage. First, you'll learn how to import and organize your clips. Then you'll learn to create string outs, scenes, and master projects. Then I'll take you step by step through each scene in the film, showing you exactly how I put it together, and most importantly, why I made my creative decisions. Filmmaking is storytelling, and learning to tell a story with the edit is the most important skill of all. I'll show you how I add sound effects and music, and then we'll do some finishing touches like color correction, audio level mastering, and export. So through the making of this short film, you'll learn essential video skills that have taken me years of real-world practice to develop. So I hope you're excited. Let's go ahead and get started.